Television City in Hollywood, it's Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Rob, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gene Wood. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Card Sharks. We were about to play Sudden Death last time when time ran out, so we're going to start our game today with Sudden Death. But before we do that, let's meet our two lovely dealers on our show. And here they are, Susanna Williams and Lacey Pemberton. Setting up for Sudden Death. All right, Card Sharks, here they are right now.
All right.
Okay, Ron, if you weren't with us yesterday, he guessed the questions right on the button twice, and he won about $600 just by doing that yesterday. You've got $2,100 total, and you are Ron
Roberts.
Ron Roberts.
From Canoga Park, California. Born and raised here in Southern California. I'm still engaged. Everything was fine overnight.
I was going to say, even yesterday you were engaged. It may turn out all right then, huh?
Yes, I think it's going to last. And when I'm not doing wedding plans and things like that, I like to get out and do some snow skiing and water skiing and surfing.
All right. Well, nice to have you back with us. Joanne, you've got to win this game.
I know. I've got to work hard today, don't I?
Yes.
Hi, Bob. I'm Joanne Parker from Riverview, Florida. I'm here with my sister from Boston, Massachusetts, Louise DeMayo, and we came all by ourselves to California and left our husbands at home for the first time.
You didn't.
I sure did.
And came out here and said, I think I'll try out for the game show, and here you are.
That's it. Sure.
Isn't that fun?
Aren't they going to be sorry they didn't come with us?
You bet.
You bet.
Are you sorry they didn't come?
Well, kind of. Sure. After 32 years, it's a hard habit to break.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Okay, we're ready. When we left off last time, we were in game number 2, if you remember that, and we were on our 4th question. In our show, it says the 4th and final question. Someone's got to win the game by that play of the cards. We call it sudden death. So control is really what you're looking for. And Lacey set up the cards just like they were last time. We're on our way. And our first question of the day, which is sudden death, goes to our 10 house husbands who stay home and take care of the house while their wives work. So, gentlemen. Okay. You'd think they live at a bar somewhere, wouldn't you? They're just so happy to be out of the house. That's what their problem is. This is your question, Ron. Before the show, we ask our 10 house husbands, have you ever spent a whole day just lying around the house in your bathrobe? Now, how many of these 10 house husbands admit they spent a whole day lying around the house in their bathrobe?
Well, I know if I was a house husband, I'd probably do that once in a while, lay out in the backyard, get a tan with my
bathrobe?
Yeah, I'd take it off when I'm outside and bring it back on.
Good thought.
So I think that might be pretty high out of you guys. You look like you like to lounge around, so I'm going to say about 6.
6 of them out of the 10. Joanne, will it be higher or lower than that?
Well, to be truthful, my husband never owned a bathrobe of any kind, so if he were going to be a house husband, kind of hard for him to do. And I kind of feel like maybe some of these men
higher or
might
lower than
not.
6?
Higher. No, excuse me. Lower.
Lower than that. Okay. The actual number of these house husbands who have spent a day just lying around in their bathrobe is 5 of them have.
Woo, wait. Oh, God.
All right, where are the 5 lazy bums? I want to meet them. There they are. Feels good once in a while, doesn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being with us today, fellas. All right, sudden death. Now, Joanne, you have control of the cards. You have an important decision to make here. You can change the 8 and play it out if you goof, though. Ron wins the game and the championship. Or you can pass it on to Ron. He must play off the 7. If he goofs, then you win the game.
Oh, this is really tough, Bob, because he's done so well.
What are you going to do?
Pass it off to him.
Okay.
Pass it to him.
I didn't see much tough about that, Joanne. I'm going to pass that sucker before I finish. Here we go, Ron.
Higher.
Higher than the 7. It is a king.
Lower.
Lower than the king. It's a 5.
Higher.
For the game and the championship, no!
Saved by the
That
bell.
means Joanne wins the game.
Wow, way to go. Saved by the bell. Thank you, Lord.
That was down to the last card,
It
wasn't it?
certainly was.
Well, you tied it up then. You got $100, Joanne. That means we must play a tiebreaker game. Lacey's going to set them up this time for the tiebreaker with only 3 cards, and we will have a maximum of 3 high-low questions. So best of luck to the 2 of you. One of you will become our champ and go on to play for the big money. Here's the question. Goes to you, Joanne. Surveyed 100 bachelors. We asked them, have you gone your whole life without actually saying the words, I love you, to a woman? How many bachelors admitted they have never said, I love you, to a woman?
Oh, gosh. Your whole lifetime out of 100 people, I think that's going to be fairly low because even if they've never met the woman of their dreams, or if they did and they don't want to commit themselves, maybe over the years they told their mother, I love you sometime. So, how many never said it?
Yeah. How many
I think it's going to be low. I'm going to say 19.
19 out of 100. Ron, what do you think?
Joanne, I agree with Joanne. I think that a lot of guys say that they love some girl, maybe if they don't, just to make her feel good. But also your mother, too. I say I love you to my mother.
Or make him feel good, yes.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be even lower than that.
Lower than the 19. Actual number of bachelors who have never said I love you to a woman is 9 of them. You're right, Ron, was lower.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron, here we go. 3 cards away from winning the championship. This is your card, and that card's a deuce.
Yes, higher.
Higher. Is it higher? It is.
Higher.
He's going on. Okay. If it's higher than the 6, you remain our champ. Is it higher? No.
Saves it, yeah.
Joanne, is she still breathing?
I'm breathing just barely.
You look, Lacey. I don't want to look. Joanne, you all right, hon?
Yeah, I'm still here, Bob.
She was praying a minute ago. There's no fair asking for help now. Okay, you get a free shot, Joanne. Got to play this card. 7's yours.
Higher, Bob, higher.
Higher than the 7. There's a king.
Lower, lower,
If it's lower, you're the champ. You're the champ. Wow. Congratulations to you. Oh, man, Ron. Good job. You had her scared to death a couple of times. Ron, you end up with $2,100. Thank you so very much for being with us. We'll see you again.
Had a great time.
Okay?
Bye-bye. Good luck.
Come here, Joanne. Boy. You say that again. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I can't.
Bob Barker likes to hear contestants say that. Yeah. We'll be back in a moment with more Card Sharks and give this lady a chance to win the big money right after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, you are a nail biter.
Oh, I certainly am.
He had you down 2 or 3 times, and you came back.
He was a great player. I was scared to death.
Look at you. And your husband, he's going to watch television and say, well, I'll be darned. That's where she went.
I'm never going to let him hear the end of this.
If you win a lot of money, make sure he's not watching.
I won't even tell him what day it is.
Good. All right. Now, the money you won so far is yours to keep. Give the lady $200 in the bottom row. You're going to bet your way across the line there. You can win up to $32,000 in the next few seconds, my dear. When you get to the second row, give you another $400 to bet with. Minimum bets are $50 each time. And also, you can change 1 card per line by choosing one of the spare cards that Susanna is dealing out. We really want you to win.
Thank you.
So get them. Come on. Give the lady $200. Here we go. All right. Here we go, Joanne. Think positive, my dear. Here's your first card. It's a 5.
Oh, not bad, not bad, not bad. I've got 200, 150 higher, Bob.
150, higher than the 5. It is.
Yay!
9, 350.
Let's change that card, Bob, with
number 2. Number 2. Okay, we'll get rid of that 9. The 9 is now a 7. Now you got to play with 350.
Let's get out of this. $50 higher, Bob.
$50 higher than the 7. It is.
Oh, yeah,
400.
400 lower,
You
Bob,
bet
lower.
it's lower. There. 800. Come up here, give you another 4. You got $1,200 in the 4.
I'm going to keep that card, Bob. 800 higher.
Really?
800 higher.
800. Come on, be there for Joanne. Yes, it is. 2,000.
Woo. Let's change that 9 with number 1.
Number 1. Okay. The 9 becomes an ace. For 2,000.
2,000 lower, Bob.
Sure. There you are. $4,000.
200 lower,
Shut up,
Bob.
girl. Play it safe. 200 lower, you bet.
Oh, wow.
4,200.
Change
Now,
that card, Bob.
get rid of that card. Let's see what this 7 is. The 7 is a 3.
Oh,
Now you gotta bet at least 2,100.
2,500, Bob. Higher.
$2,500.
2,500 higher.
If another 3 comes up, it's a push. No win, no loss. $2,500 higher than the 3. Yeah! $6,700. You're now at $6,900, Joanne. And we'll be back with more right after this. What Joanne did is what you can do too. Time to meet a new challenger. So Mary, would you please join us? How are you? all of that noise and that hooting and everything are the house husbands, yes. Mary, tell me about yourself.
Yes. Hi, my name is Mary Pascal. I'm 20 years old. I'm about to start my 3rd year at University of California, Irvine.
Good.
And I'm a proud member of the Delta Gamma sorority there.
Well, wonderful. I think that's wonderful. I've never been... Have you ever belonged to a sorority? I never have. Okay, you know how to play this game, don't
I
you?
sure do.
Wonderful. Then
I'm
we're
ready.
getting the cards out from the decks you cut. We're ready to go. Game number 1. Got to win 2 to play for the big money. Joanne, here's your question. Surveyed 100 4th grade boys. We asked them, if you were stranded on a desert island, would you choose to be with your mother rather than Brooke Shields? How many 4th grade boys would rather be stranded with their mother?
Well, Bob, I think that's going to be kind of a high number. I mean, 4th grade, people are maturing fast these days, but I don't think quite that fast. I think in the 4th grade, most boys would still look to their mother.
Have you seen Brooke Shields?
Yes, I have, yeah. But
Okay.
boys think their mamas are pretty, too, at that age.
That's very true.
So I think it's going to be a fairly high number. I'm going to say 67.
67 out of 100 would rather be stranded with their mother. Mary?
Well, I do agree with her philosophy. I think boys at that age really idolize their mother. And until they're older, I think they really begin to like the actresses. So I do agree with that. I think it's going to be a little higher.
A little higher than that. The actual number of 4th grade boys who would rather be stranded with their mother is 61. Wasn't higher.
hey.
It was a little bit lower. Okay, Joanne, here's your card now. That first card's a 3.
Oh, I'm going to keep that, Bob. I'm going to keep it and go higher.
Let's go higher than the 3. You
Oh, yeah, lower,
Lower
Bob.
than the ace. How about a deuce? Higher than a deuce. How about a 10?
Freeze, Bob.
Freeze?
Freeze. I'm a chicken at
I'm
heart.
surprised. Okay, so you'll freeze right there. 1 card away. Thought you were going to run those cards that time.
Oh,
Mary,
yes,
you have new life.
I know.
Here's your question. Surveyed 100 single women. We asked them, when you spend the night with a man, do you ever get up early to freshen your makeup? How many single women admitted they do get up early to freshen their makeup?
Oh, being a single woman,
Do you do that?
hi, Mom. I don't want to answer. I would think a lot of women, I'm going to avoid that question.
I was just curious, you know.
No, I think a lot of women who spend the night with the man hopefully know them very well and do not have to go and make themselves up. They feel comfortable with the man. And I don't think it's going to be that high of a number. I would say about 38.
38 out of 100 single women admitted they get up early to freshen their makeup. Joanne?
Well, I think with all this equal rights and all, if he isn't going to get up and brush his teeth and comb his hair, why should the women? I think it's going to be lower.
Yeah. All right. One of the house husbands just yelled, "Get him, mama." The actual number of single women who get up early to freshen their makeup is 24. You're right, Joanne. Lower. Change the 10?
Change it.
Okay, we will. 10 now becomes, thank you, Lacey. The 10 is a jack.
Better, Bob, lower.
If it's lower, you win game number 1. No. Look at there. Mary, you get a free chance at the card's got to play off this one.
All
It's
right,
a deuce.
higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. It's a 9. What will the lady do? Freeze. She'll freeze right there. She only has 2 cards to go to win this game. Woo, good game, you guys. All right, Joanne, next question is yours, and this question involves our 10 house husbands who were selected before we went on the air. Gentlemen, please. I just want to know who yelled, "Get him, mama." Weirdos. Joanne, before the show, we asked these 10 house husbands, did you iron the shirt you're wearing today? How many of these 10 house husbands did iron the shirt they're wearing today?
Well, let's see. Several of them have on sweaters, so I can eliminate them. I think it's going to be a low number anyway with all this drip and dry material we have today. I think it's going to be 0. Can I say 0?
Sure, you can say 0.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
say
0. Mary, what do you think about this?
Okay.
You have not much choice. But...
Well, I think they obviously know how to iron since their house has.
So what are you going to say, Mary?
I think it's going to be higher.
Yeah, I think that would be the only choice you
My
really
instinct
have.
tells me it'll be higher.
Actual number of these house husbands who ironed the shirt they're wearing is 2 of them did. Yeah, you're right, Mary.
Change that card.
Wait a minute, I want to find out which 2 guys know how to iron. Which 2? You know how to iron? And James, you know how to iron?
Yes, I do, Bob.
Do you iron your wife's dresses?
Sometimes.
Do you, Robert? You iron your wife's dresses?
Yeah, every once in a while we go out. It takes her 2 hours to get dressed, so I have to do all her work.
So you have to do the ironing. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. You truly are house husbands. Mary, the 9.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. 9 is a 6.
Okay, higher than the 6.
Higher than the 6. It's a 10. What will the lady do? Player freeze. What are you going to do?
Lower.
Lower. She says it's lower. If it's lower, she wins the game, and it is.
Thank you.
So, Mary, you draw first blood. $100 for you, my
right.
dear. If you win the next game, you're the champ, and we'll play for the big money. We'll start
Okay.
game number 2. We come back. We're right after this on Card Sharks. So don't go away. Okay, Mary's got the first game. Mary, if you win this game, you are the champ. We'll play for the big money. Lacey's got the cards all dealt out, and we're ready to go. Here we go. Game number 2, and it's for you, Mary. Surveyed 100 men who are serving time in prison. We asked them, do you think most policemen are honest? How many inmates do think most policemen are honest?
I don't think so. I think if they're in that situation, usually they say, well, it's the policeman's fault or something like that. I wouldn't think it'd be, I think it'd be a very low number. About 26.
26 out of 100 inmates said policemen are honest. Joanne, higher or lower than that?
I think she's probably pretty close, Bob, but I'm going to say just a tiny bit higher.
A little bit higher than that. Well, the actual number of inmates who think most policemen are honest is 33. You're right, Joanne. It was. Surprised at that. Joanne, you ready? Here's that card. It's a 3.
Yes, keep that, Bob, go higher.
Yeah, higher. 5.
Higher again.
Higher again, the lady says. Yes, it's a 7.
Freeze.
Boy, she made her mind up quickly. She will freeze right there. And I've got a question for you, Joanne. It's a good question, too. We surveyed 100 psychiatrists, and we asked them, generally speaking, do women tend to marry men who remind them of their father? How many psychiatrists said women do tend to marry men who remind them of their father?
Well, Bob, I think that number's going to be high for the simple reason that even if the women don't consciously think that, and they might think there's no similarities at all, I think the psychiatrists love to dig and delve into the subconscious, and they're going to feel that that's so in a lot of cases. So it's how many think they did marry.
How many psychiatrists said that women do tend to marry men who remind them of their
I'm going to
father?
say that's a fairly high number. I'm going to say 65.
65 out of 100. Mary, what do you think?
I agree with her philosophy. I do believe that in their subconscious, women, because they do idolize their fathers, think that. I think it's going to be a little higher.
A little higher than that. Let's find out. In fact, the interesting survey is that most women who marry alcoholics, their fathers were alcoholics. You know, the actual number of psychiatrists who said women tend to marry men who remind them of their father is 75. Yes, it was higher. Okay, Mary, here we go. This is your card. It's a king.
All right, lower.
Lower. It is an 8. Freeze. Yeah. Boy, they're playing very conservative this time, aren't they? We'll pause for a couple of words. Be back with more Card Sharks right after this. See you in a minute. Welcome back to Card Sharks. We don't have time to continue today. That means that we'll pick it up next time, where we're leaving off right now. Mary has won the first game. Joanne, you have a slight lead in this game, and I know you'll be back. What are you going to do with that $7,000?
You want me to tell you the truth?
Sure.
I'm going to have a credit card burning.
Good. Can I give you mine?
No, I've got too many of my own. I would otherwise.
A credit card burning. I think
Yes.
that's great. You will be back, Mary?
You bet I will.
And Joanne, I know you'll be back, and we certainly hope that you'll be back, too. So until then, I'm Bob Eubanks for Gene Wood, for Lacey Pemberton, for Susanna Williams, and the whole gang, saying thank you very much for watching our show. We appreciate it. We have a good time. We hope you do, too. Until next time, so long, everybody, from all of us at Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
Some of our departing contestants will receive a sports watch and take the fat out of frying, reduce calories with Mazzola No Stick, the only cooking spray made with pure Mazzola corn oil. FTD, pick me up.
It's no secret who's hosting Family Feud beginning in March on GSN. But who the heck are these MCs? Join Richard, Ray, and a secret set of stand-ins on the Family Feud Mystery MC Marathon. Saturday night, March 3rd at 8, 7 Central. And beginning March 6th, watch an hour of Family Feud with Richard Karn. Tuesday through Sunday, 11 p.m., 10 Central on GSN.